If you're thinking to move to Cape Coral, Florida, and you want to know what's the cost of living in here in Cape Coral, Florida, this video is for you. So stay tuned, watch to the end, because we're going to cover every single point about living in Cape Coral, Florida, and the cost of it living in Cape Coral, Florida. So are you guys ready? Because I'm ready to dive in. So let's dive right into this video. Before diving into the video, I just want to introduce myself pretty quick. My name is Alek Petrov. I'm here, local realtor in Southwest Florida. And if you're thinking to relocate, or if you have any questions, DM me, ask me any questions, and I will answer it. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find somebody that knows the answer that can answer you. But I am 98% now. 75% know the answers, but I'm joking. Listen guys, this is Devin. I really appreciate you on this video. I really appreciate that you're watching it right now with me in this video, and we're gonna dive into cost of living. And number one I want to talk about, and that is the home, right? The cost of a home. The average cost of a home here is probably around $400,000. It depends, right? So if you want to go southwest of Cape Coral, Florida, those homes like 600, 700, 800, I mean, they go up to $1 million, $2 million of homes. So obviously it's going to be on a canal. Obviously you're going to have a pool. Obviously it's going to be over 2,000 square feet. There's some homes that are under that and they're pretty expensive. But anyway, then if you go into, let's say, if you go northeast Cape Coral, the gated circle right out there, obviously those homes, you can get it from 300, 320, 350, so a little bit cheaper. A majority of homes there, I would say about 400. That's the typical homes without the pool. So don't think you can get a home for 400. I mean, you can get an old home with the pool, with that range price. But average, it's that price around your rent price. It's kind of skyrocketed. So your rent is, you're looking about typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath, anything about 2,400 bucks. And if you get into new construction, right, in new homes, they are 25, 26. I mean, there's ones that you can see for 28. That's the low numbers, but don't quote me. We might want to do research, and if you're thinking to move and if you want more exact details, just ask me, because you have different, you can kind of split the Cape Coral in 4 corners, right? You can go southwest, southeast, then you can go northwest and northeast, which is a whole different environment, whole different settings, because you got the southwest, it's more in the water, there's a lot of more canals, it's more on the expensive side. And if you go southeast, that is more like downtown Cape Coral Boulevard, and you have different things. The homes are older, and then you have like more condominiums out there, you have apartments out there. So it's a whole different, you gotta really know the areas. And then on top of that, you have some parts of Cape Coral are still in the well, are still on the septic tank. They're not sewer and they're not in city water. Yes, Cape Coral is trying to do that. So that's very important for you guys to understand the geographic of Cape Coral. But again, the number one, the house price, I would say about $400,000. And if you are going to the north side of it, just look between $300,000 to $400,000. That's the price of homes. And then if you want to go live more luxury homes, that'll be your southeast and southwest, where it's on the water, on the river, on canals, where it's easy access on the boat to the Gulf. And those are amazing places, are amazing as well. So anyway, let's talk about number two. And that is transportation, the cost of transportation. We know the fuel in Florida, it costs less than nationwide, right? It's lower. I mean, my parents live in Iowa. If some of you guys know who watched these videos before, I talk about my parents as well. Their fuel is a little bit cheaper. It depends where you're coming from. If you're coming from New York, if you're coming from Seattle, if you're coming from California, the fuel here is definitely cheaper. Diesel here is definitely cheaper. But don't forget, the insurance here, it's a little bit more. But they do offer a city bus, right? They have a city communities, stuff like that. They can transport you if you want to transport in the car. But if you live in Cape Coral and you work in Cape Coral, that is definitely up to you. The fuel cost is cheaper. Insurance, more expensive, you can say, but then don't forget the maintenance of the car and stuff like that. And Cape Coral, it gets a little bit crazier with the traffic, especially if you have to travel into Fort Myers. So it comes down the cost of your transportation. You will definitely travel a lot. So that much money you'll be spending on your fuel. Fuel is cheaper, but you will be spending more money on the fuel because you will travel more. For example, if you live somewhere in California, like Sacramento, for example, right? Everything was 10 minutes away, 50 minutes away. So you weren't really spending much money on that fuel. It's here, it's typically 20 minutes travel time. It doesn't matter where you go. If you go Costco, you want to go to airport, you want to go to the beach, you want to go see your friends somewhere in Fort Myers, it's going to be time to travel. Again, depends where you're going to be located in Cape Coral. But remember, here in Southwest Florida, especially in Cape Coral, you're going to be traveling and get used to that. It's normal here, and but that's going to be costing you a lot more money on your insurance and be costing you more money on the fuel. All right, let's go on to topic number 3. Your daily average spend, right? Your groceries, your water, electricity, stuff like that. I would say the grocery, it's national average price. So it's not spiked up. It's like Alaska, where it costs a lot for a gallon of milk. Here is not bad, and depends where you're gonna shop. If you go to Publix or you're going to Windex, right? So it depends. Or if you go to Sam's Club or if you go to Costco, it depends what you like to shop. But it's pretty, I would say, average price on all groceries here in Southwest Florida. Okay, when it comes down to electricity, water, and again, it depends where you are located. So if you are on a city water, which you'll be paying for the water coming in, you'll be paying for the water leaving, right? And then you'll be paying for the sewer, and you don't have to pay for the garbage because they can't pick it up unless you're gonna do something big and they can charge it. But I never had that issue before. They just put a sticker on it. You have to make it a little bit smaller before you can throw away. And that's another thing. You can put big things outside, like your lazy chair that you are not using because it's ripped up. Your dog ate it up, right? Like in my case, when I was relocating, right, I was moving home, my lazy chair fell out right in the middle of the road. So I had to go pick it up and it was damaged. And I was just like, so I had to put it outside. They picked it up for me, and which is a cool thing about Cape Coral. Anyway, get back to the topic. Electricity, if you're on the well, because the well pump is gonna be using electricity, so your bill will be more expensive if you're on the well and if you're on a septic tank. As if you are in the water, it's a little bit cheaper. So typically, I have 3 boys, wife, or a family of 5, and we have a lot of visitors because we live in Florida. A lot of visitors come and visit us. So our bill was around $240 with electricity and the water as well. And now I live where I have a well and a septic tank. My bill is, but now I got a pool. So now I'm around $300. But the pool, so if you take the pool out, probably be cheaper. But anyway, that's average spend. You gotta remember, it depends where you'll be looking at. Cape Coral, majority of it has a Comcast internet, and that is about $50 a month that you're paying, unless you can go to Starlink internet, which is super fast, very reliable on it, and just works like that, and that's $110 a month. So I would say your daily spend average, it's middle. It's not too expensive, and it's not too cheap. And again, it depends if your house is small or house is big and how much you use electricity. Definitely summertime, the bill is going to go up because you're going to be cranking the AC up. And I would definitely advise you guys, keep your AC at 76 during daytime and 74 at night. Trust me, your body will get used to it. You're not going to be so sweaty, and the transition would be from inside to go outside. You're not going to feel that bad, especially if you have issues with your muscles. If you have kids, it's definitely to pay attention, because at first I kept it at 71 when I moved down here, and then my kids were getting sick. I'm like, what's going on? And one of the friends came to me, he's like, hey, bring your AC up, your bill will go down, it'll be feeling comfortable, kids will stop getting sick. And I did it, and I loved it. And guess what? My bill went down by $80. I love that. $80 in my pocket every single month. Who does not want that? So remember that, guys. And this one, we're going to talk about the healthcare. healthcare insurance and the providers here in Cape Coral, Florida. As before, there was not many hospitals, there was not urgent cares, many of them in Cape Coral. Lately now, they've been putting up new ones because a lot of people moving here, and they say within what 4 years there'll be no lots to build on it. It's hard to believe, but it's gonna be sucks. But anyway, my point is the healthcare. If your healthcare provider doesn't transfer to Florida, ask me, DM me. I have amazing guys that can hook you up, and they can pretty much save you anything from between 30 to 70% on your healthcare. Just ask me, comment below, and I'll respond to it, or give me a call, whatever. But again, it all depends on your healthcare department. It depends on your health insurance, but there is different options that you can apply for. And if you want more information, let me know. And it's I would say it's below average as across the United States of America, and you can save some money. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. And the next one, I'm gonna throw this a bonus, guys. If you move here into Florida, right, another thing is whatever, if you're gonna go to travel anywhere, if you go to state parks or any events, a lot of them will give you discounts, especially if you go to Orlando to visit. If you are Floridian, if you're here local, you get discounts. But again, the cost of living Cape Coral, it can vary. It can vary, depends from your lifestyle. If you like to go out, if you don't like to go out, which area do you want to live? Do you want to live in a canal? Do you want to get a boat? Right? Because boat, the insurance, the fishing gear, and all the stuff they have to pay for. If you want to live, majority of Cape Coral became flood zone now, so the insurance is kind of a little bit crazy in that sense. And hopefully Ron DeSantis will bring more insurance policies, more insurance companies into Florida, because we definitely need, especially after the Hurricane Ian, which destroyed a lot of homes here. But anyway, it all depends on you. What kind of lifestyle do you like? And if you have any questions, listen, DM me, schedule a call with me on my calendar. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have and guide you in the right direction and tell you what your budget is, and I can guide you into, because remember, if you go to community where it has an HOA, the HOA can range between $75, they can go up to $1,200 a month, or, you know, so it depends where you'll be moving at. Again, thank you so much for watching this video to the end. My name is Alek Petrov. I'm super excited to see that you finished this video to the end. And if you have any questions, comment below. Ask me any questions. If you want me to go show you around Cape Coral and talk about any specific areas that you want, if you want to see any homes, listen, hit me up. You can text me, you can email me, you can call me, you can schedule a call with me on my calendar, or you can email me. You can find all my information in my bio here or in the link below here. Listen, thank you so much. And if you like this video, share with your friends, share with people that you think that want to move here, Cape Coral. They're thinking about debating what's the cost of living here. Should we move? Should we not move? Share this video with them. And if you like this information about Southwest Florida, subscribe to my channel, because we talk about restaurants, the communities, home tours, and how to build, what's better to invest, or condos or homes, whatever we talk about at this channel, Southwest Florida, and all the cities here around Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Northport, Naples, Estero, Bonita. We cover every single one of them. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and I hope I can see you on the next one. God bless.